Yo, Wolfpack, let's talk about Bill Burr and let's talk about Charleston White. All right? Now, check this out. I just saw the Bill Burr podcast, and I got to tell you, amazing. His best work. Man, if you put out your best work at 56, that says something, man. That brother is a GOAT. Man, loving it, man. His drop dead years on Hulu. And the reason why I want to really talk about it is because there were people giving him some shade because he put out a podcast recently. On his podcast, he was roasting Elon Musk. And I'm like, wow. Okay, now I get it. If you didn't see Bill Burr's comedy show, you don't know that he's in Seattle, Washington, the home of the progressives, and he's roasting progressives and liberals to their faces in the club. That's what he's doing. He's going in on liberals. Most of what he says, most of his jokes are liberals. Right to their faces, right there in the crowd. You know, so you can't call him a hack for doing that. You got to say, yo, that's a real comedian. You know, and he doesn't do what most comedians do, which is roast Donald Trump all day, every comment, every other joke is a Trump joke or something close to it or a MAGA joke. Now, I'm not saying he didn't have a couple jokes that were conservative or blue collar, white collar, well, you know, white people jokes, poor white people jokes. He has some poor white people jokes or angry white guy jokes, but, you know, on balance, right, I'd say it was more aimed, his guns were more aimed at the progressives and the liberals. So that's the first thing. So, yeah, when you criticize him, just because you called out Elon Musk for the Ohio-Sieg, that shows that you are basically a snowflake. Because if you watch his special, which I'm sure is going to do like 10 million, probably 10, 20 million views, yeah, he roasting liberals. So that's what I want to comment mainly on that. And that this idea that people got that, you know, that if you ain't all in, like if you ain't kissing somebody's ass, then you can't be considered like standing on business. And I just want to say, standing on business sometimes ain't gonna be exactly the way you do it, but he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a point of view. He's a comedian and he's making jokes. And he chose to be in the lion's den in Seattle and roast progressives and liberals and talk about issues and talk about Gaza and talk about people putting crap in their hashtags and BLM in their hashtags and stuff in their avatars and how bogus all that fake activism stuff is. You know what I'm saying? And he called out a lot of stuff, man. Like Bill really took it there. And he made some trans jokes, some gay jokes, you know what I'm saying? And he just really went in. Jokes about women. You know, he was pretty gutsy. It was pretty gutsy. But of course, the so-called, like, these people, specifically, those guys over at Valuetainment, Pat Bet David's dudes, they were all lit up, right? Because they all concerned and excited and pissed off. One of them looked like his head was about to explode. Because Bill Burr made jokes about Elon Musk. And I'm like, yo, Elon Musk owns a space shuttle. And like 4 corporations. He's the president of 4 corporations. He's the richest man on the planet. Why do you feel like Bill Burr's got to kiss his ass? Yeah, maybe Bill Burr legitimately feels like the dude did a heel sag. It feels like he want to roast him for that. It's not like he don't roast. It's not like Bill Burr is afraid to roast other people. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't. And like I said, he did it to their faces. He did it live in the lion's den. So I respect the hell out of that. Plus, it was funny as hell, man. I mean, if you can't take a joke, you know, you got problems. And if you caping for the richest man on the planet, like I said I did a video segment on this. I think these guys, man, it's a shame that people feel like they got to kiss Elon's ass. You know, I don't feel that he did a heel sag the way Bill Burr does. I feel like he trying to troll. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to troll liberals and progressives. And his whole thing was, I think, is what they call the edgelord bullshit, where you You ride, you trigger people until they get pissed off or whatever. It doesn't mean you even agree with it. It's just like you're doing it because you know it's going to get a rise out of them. And I think that's why he did it. But if Bill Burr feels like he did this because he's a Nazi, yeah, that's the risk you run when you're playing games. Like, that's how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm not going to say that, and look, and I don't care if you don't like Bill Burr for saying it. I don't really care because Bill Burr may not own a plane, but he rents one. Yeah, I don't cry tears. I'm not capable for either one of these guys. But Bill is a comedian that I admire Bill's comedic ability, man. I've always been a fan of Bill Burr. He up there with Ali Sadiq and Corey Holcomb in my book, Dave Chappelle. These guys are amazing, man. These people inspire me, you know what I'm saying? So I think that the Trump supporters, the Elon supporters need to take a break a little bit and back up off it and stop, get your panties out your ass and stop tripping. Stop tripping, stop losing your mind over everything. You're acting real temperamental. Because Elon Musk is the richest man on the planet, and he don't care what Elon doesn't care what Bill Burr says. He's the richest man on the planet. Why would he give a damn about what Bill Burr said? But he probably does because he's probably got thin skin, like most rich people do. They don't like people talking about him. They're real temperamental that way, just like his supporters. But I think some of his supporters are temperamental because they want some Elon Musk money, and they want to get boosted on the algorithm, so they're afraid to say anything. But since I'm so low down in the algorithm on X, it don't matter what I say. You know what I'm saying? How much lower can I get? In fact, Bill Burr said Elon Musk did something to his account. Like they flagged his account because he made a joke or something. And that probably pissed him off. Yeah, when people criticizing Bill Burr for that, they left that part out. That Bill Burr said that his account got flagged for a joke he made about Elon. And Bill Burr's calls, you think that's censorship. So that would give him all the ammunition and all the rights to roast Elon from here to eternity. Shoot, 6 days a week and twice on Sunday, Johnson. That's right, because you're limited in speech based on your temperamental feelings. So yeah, man, that special Drop Dead Years is one of the best specials I've seen. This year's only started, so I can't say this year. One of the best specials I've seen in the last couple of years. And I would say arguably his best work. So take that to the bank on that. Bill Burr's a GOAT. You better recognize and put some respect on his name. But other than that, man, I also want to talk about Charleston White. Right? I saw this clip of Charleston White. It looked like it's back in the early 2000s or something. And Charleston White is on a stand in a courtroom. He's on a stand in court of law. There you go. He's on a stand in the court of law, and he is snitching on his guy, Burr, for murder. And he called Burr out as a trigger man. And Burr is his guy, right? I don't watch that much Charleston White. I watch him occasionally, when it pops up in my feed. But I gotta say, man, this is some despicable stuff. I mean, if you you ratting on your man, that looks bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing about it, to me, it's not just that he was saying Burr shot this guy. They all are in on that. They're in the car. And from my understanding, Charleston White said he gave Burr the gun, and Burr shot the guy. So why'd you give him the gun if you didn't think he was going to use the gun? I don't know how that worked out that Charleston gets a lot less time, 2 years of probation, some crazy. I don't know what he got. But that's not even my point of bringing it up. My point of bringing it up is I think that what Charleston White said when he was confronted by it, I think what he said was some garbage. He said, hey, that's been out here. So I don't care what y'all say. I'm rich, you not. So, I'm making money, I got money. And I'm looking at this video and I'm thinking to myself, man, what a lame dude. Having money doesn't mean you're not corny. Having money doesn't mean you're not a lame. Having money doesn't change the facts that you are suspect. You know what I'm saying? That you are not, you ain't staying on business. If your man did that and you didn't know he was going to do it and y'all weren't there together and you didn't give him the gun, maybe I felt differently. And it's not like you told on him and it's like he's a, serial killer running the streets and you bring him to justice because your conscience wouldn't allow you to, even though that's your boy, your conscience wouldn't allow you to let him go, running the streets as a murderer, hurting innocent people. No. You did this to save your own ass. You know what I'm saying? So for that to be out there, for you to be out here with your chest out like, so what? I got money. Yeah, well, so what? You a lame. You are lame for that. And that is, some man stuff, that is the opposite of character. That's the opposite of character. First of all, what y'all did is the opposite of character. Shooting an unarmed man is garbage. Shooting an unarmed man in the back. Shooting an unarmed man because you tried to rob him or you robbed him, that is just, you should never open your mouth and talk about nothing. The fact that black people allow your corny ass to talk to them and if people will seek any type of counsel from you, that means people either don't know all about you or they just stuck on stupid. Because ain't nothing a guy could tell me who was a part of a man getting shot in the back, a working man at that, shooting a working man in his back who did nothing to you other than come home from work. And you tried to rob him. You took his life. Then you brag about it. He was white. I killed the white man. It's an indictment of all black people, man, that you even out here. That people even give you a moment, like to listen to you at all. Like I don't understand that at all, man. I think that we need our values checked, not just for you, but for a lot of reasons, but definitely because of this. Because I didn't know about this. Like I said, I don't watch you like that, Charleston White. So now that I've discovered it, you're not just a funny dude that's trying to get a rise out of people, trying to be Andrew Tate or, trying to be like, just trying to take over the internet. I see less of that in you now. I see like a corny guy, a corny guy. And then to see that you like to get off, you told on your man when y'all together. I don't know. Like, look, if I'm missing something, let me know. Maybe Dewberry cop to it. I don't know. It didn't look like it in the video. It looked like that was all you running your mouth. And you didn't explain that. Like your explanation for why this is not a big deal. You could have went a different route. You could have been like, look, this happened 20 years ago. We was young, we was kids. We did the wrong thing, and I'm ashamed of what we did. I'm ashamed of what I did, and I take ownership of it. And if I could do it over again, I'd do it a different way, definitely. I would make different choices. Dewberry is my man. I love him. I'm glad he's home, and I'd do anything for him. And we've mended fences. We've had that conversation. We've resolved that issue amongst ourselves as brothers because I love him. And he knows that there's nothing I wouldn't do for him, and he knows where my heart is, and that was just a bad situation all along, and that's what it is. And and a part of what I do is try to turn people's lives around from doing the type of garbage that I did. But see, that's not the way you went, Charleston White. You went the opposite. You basically doubled down on bragging about it, and then you tried to make excuses about being a scumbag and a snitch by saying, well, I got money. Look at me, I got money. Yeah, you got money, but you got no ethics, no soul, no integrity. And that may not matter to the scumbags you hang out with. You know what I'm saying? But to stand-up individuals, it matters. You may disagree with somebody's politics, but you worse than all those crooked politicians I talk about, man, because you a brother out here yipping and yapping, running off your mouth. And you used to have brothers in the back, and you actually took someone's life over some bullshit, and then you're going to double down with the most ignorant of responses that exist. What's that make you? That makes you a bum-ass nigga. That's what it makes you. And I don't usually use that word, but I gotta say, man, it makes you a bum-ass nigga. That's what that does. So, yeah. I don't know, anybody out there, get a chance, check out that video of Charleston White being a basic scumbag, defending the indefensible by being as insulting as possible. And I guess it's strategic, because what else you gonna do if you him without integrity and can't stand on nothing? And instead of being an authentic brother and coming to people with some realness and saying some things that matter, that resonate in the soul, he want to vibrate on that level, that hip hop level. And after all that dumping and shitting on hip hoppers, on rappers that he do, he sounded like the worst rapper that ever existed. You know what I'm saying? That garbage mentality, like humanity means nothing, and it's all about shiny objects. And that's not somebody dropping science or knowledge or gems. That's somebody dropping bullshit where they go. So that being said, that's how I feel about the Charleston White snitch video. Man, I like this one. I like no production, just break out my iPhone and comment on something. This is for my members, man. I wanna continue to do this. This is important. To just no special effects, none of that, just realness. Just whatever topic that comes to mind. All right, guys, today is Tuesday. This is going out tonight. I'm gonna put this up and as soon as I can get it off the phone and into the computer. Yeah, I'm gonna put this out. And I got nothing but love for you. I see you tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more Tim Black Show. Thank you, Wolfpack. I love you. Charleston White, get your head right. Get right with God. Bill Burr, great stand-up. You crushed that. Wolfpack. You know the deal. Independent black media stays unapologetic, raw, and real. Now you can wear the movement. From the Tim Black Wolfpack to the Cornbread Collection, we got gear for the real ones. For men, women, even the little ones. No weak threads, no weak messages. Rep the truth. Rep the movement. Hit up timblackpauls.com and grab yours today. Because cornbread ain't free. Wolfpack.